Hi, I am playing Return of Warrior. This is based on a game I have played for well over a decade. It has been knocking about for a long time. But it's good. It's a good game, and it's one of my guilty pleasures, and I come back to it a lot. It's right up there with the games you come back to, like Civilization. You just end up going full circle back to it. I just wanted to write a note because they've got a new server up here, Return of Warrior. There's been hundreds of other servers in the past. You've had Ruins of War, which was a great server, RWL 3, RWL, which was Risk Your Life, the original version, and this one's out there by Uxiland, which are the official guys for this, and the South Korean company or so. They've done some great things to it, and it makes it pretty playable again. There's some not so great things, which I'll go through. Don't take the negatives as, oh my god, you can't play this game. You can play this game and enjoy it. But the negatives are there because it's reasonably new. It's been out for a year or so on this new server. They just need to tweak a few things to make it better. So, without delay, let's go on. This is a human character I've got. You will see an Akin character there just bimbling around. Let's go and have a look at one. They're kind of big and orky looking. People refer to them as orcs. There's a human. I'm guessing he's a priest. And if we go over here, we'll see another human. He's probably a defender. Well, I know he's a defender. And there we have probably a warrior. You'll get to know why. And another Akin character. The female Akin characters take on the sort of magic user, clerics, healer types. And that's what they tend to do. Humans can be male or female for any class. Humans have 8 classes, Akins have 6. 6 because a couple of them are sort of meshed together. But it doesn't take anything away from the game. The Akin classes tend to be very similar to the humans, in all fairness. The Akin community, to be brutally honest, always seems to be a little bit better. Humans seem to always play cutthroat, and they will always try and fleece you for every bit of gold. And around me, sorry, these are player shops. And this is the 3rd map, which you won't be able to access until you are level 40. And then you can teleport from human side, from Tetsitio, and from the Akin side. I think it's Unite and a giant teleport there. And you can go there. Currently, you might see some people down here in green. This is a costume event that's going on at the moment. For me, this is nothing. This event does not appeal to me whatsoever, but I'm sure it appeals to someone out there. But anyway, on to the good stuff. Be great shop. Let's have a look. Nothing in there. Black Moons he's selling, which is a gem which you can add into socket items. Right, okay. On to the really cool stuff. They've done some great things with the equipment. The original versions was all based on stats. So if I bring up my stat page, if I had Constitution of 150, I would be able to use 150 armor, pretty bog standard gameplay items, that sort of thing. And I'm not going to go through how to generate a character and that sort of thing. If you've ever played an MPORG, I'm pretty sure you can click the plus button and type in a name for your character and choose who you want. So yeah, pretty sure you can manage that. If you can't, then you probably shouldn't play. This game is a very slow burn. You will grind and grind up the level. For example, the next level for level 77, I need 1.36 billion experience points. And seeing I get 150,000 per kill, it's a lot of killering I need to do there. But don't let that put you off. You will get items you need from, it's called farming, farming the mobs and soloing, or whichever you can do. If you can get a party, even better, because it'll be a lot faster. It's a bit new, so the community is a bit sparse, but don't let that put you off, because it's worth building on it. It's a great fun game. The equipment, anyway, where I was going with the equipment. There's some great upgrades for the equipment. They go from F up to AAA. And if we just go to this is an NPC armor merchant, as you can see written across here. You will never use these shops. They are pointless. I don't know why they're here. The only button I ever use is repair. There is no point to these shops whatsoever because they have F grade items. You will find better out there almost instantly, and the bonuses they give you are pretty pathetic. But as we can see from this, the minimum level for this suit of armor is 15. I'm currently level 6 on this priest character, which is not high. Until you get to level 80, that's when you can hold your own in player versus player. That aside, they need to do something about these NPC shops, because the player economy is terrible. I'll come back to that. They've got a refresh button which allows you to refresh the armor and get better items from there, which they should include maybe up to B grade items in there for you to refresh and use as fuses. And by fuses I mean you can fuse two items together to sort of get higher stats on the ones you want. So if I've got a stat of 10 and this one's got a stat of 15, when I fuse them together, the one I want to increase will probably be about somewhere between 12 and 13, sort of halfway average between the two. It's great fun. I probably didn't describe it very well, but that's a really good point to this game. They've made the equipment a lot of fun, and the sort of side game or the mini games of that will be upping your equipment constantly and making it better and tailoring it for exactly what you need and finding the right item and getting out there, which is again is why the player shops, they sort of break it for me, because as a community of humans you'd want the humans to work together to be the dominant race, but it's basically very cutthroat and everyone will try and get the maximum amount of gold out of you, which is counterproductive to supporting your race. So I think they used to utilise the NPC shops more. There is a black market, but the black market is ridiculously expensive for the items you pull out of there, and they will be junk the majority of the time. There's an event on at the moment currently which is A grade items from the black market, but it's again, this is one of the big flaws they keep doing. They keep treating this game like it's 15 years ago. They need to move on. They need to get away from gambling. They need to get away from low odds. They need to just put in what you want, and you either buy it for real money or they have it in an NPC shop, and they use the other items in the item mall for your equipment or your experience gain or vanity items. They need to get away from this gambling mentality. It is unpleasant. I mean, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth when I sort of think 120 million gold I spent on the black market to get one A grade item. That's about 70 or 80 items I was gambling for on that. And I got about 6 B grade items, which, in all honesty, they were all pretty useless for me, which is a real shame, and it left such a bad taste in my mouth. And it's why I really wanted to make this video. And also gambling for items, they've got this sort of treasure chest where you can open and get a low odds chance of getting a necklace or a ring from these, and they're good rings and necklaces, but I would rather just pay for it than gamble away. You see people with 2 or 3 of these items. I've had sort of 41 attempts to get these items. I still haven't got it. So again, a really bad taste in my mouth, and it makes me well, for example, I've just put my hands up and said, yeah, no more money from me, sorry, but you need to backtrack, you need to up your game and keep up with the modern payment methods of gaming. And the gambling way of doing it is long gone. Come on, get to grips. This is 15 years on since this game came out. But apart from that, it's great fun. I keep coming back to it. I'm fascinated by it. The skill system is absolutely brilliant, and it's hard to explain in a very short video. It's basically you've got 6 level 1 books to take you up to level 2, and with a total of 24 books to take you up to sort of 5 essentially. The sort of 4 chunks up to level 5. They up your skills, and it may not sound like a good thing, but it's if I just charge a skill, I'll show you. For example, this is an armor buff, and if I charge it up to level 5 just there, hover over there, we'll see it's given me a certain amount of extra defense for a certain amount of time. If we then charge it up to a level 2 stage, to level 5, I managed to creep into level 6 there, we've got 570 for 6 minutes, and then I'll just wait for that to cool down as it ticks over, blah blah blah, and then we'll fully charge it. I'm 1 book off having it full. And there we go, 570 for 12 minutes. So a decent amount of time. Other armor buffs for this guy. I won't go through the characters because there's just too much out there to go through. Essentially, they do what they say on the tin. If you're a warrior, defender, you go and hit stuff, or you tank. Archers, assassins, they're sort of your shadowy killers. And then you've got mages, enchanters, clerics and priests, so your sort of buff characters. I like a priest, it's good. PvP, they suck until they get to level 90. Even then, they're very weak PvP characters. They seem to have sort of ruined the equipment for the priest, and only the priest. They've taken out holy symbols, which I've seen in other versions. They've taken away its shield. The shield is only out there for clerics and defenders, which is a bit of a shame because the priest really needs a shield. So he's only got a very low-grade left-hand item, which is the buckler, which is basically what everyone can use. If I just have a quick show, and this isn't a particularly good one. It may say AAA, but that's only because it's a very low-grade item and very easy to get to AAA. But again, the priest's all right. It suits my playstyle. I'll go out and solo with the priest. They've changed some of the stat requirements, so the priest is no longer just this weak, feeble thing. He can actually hit monsters if he wants to go out and solo, because the constitution now increases his damage, whereas before it was always based on strength for physical damage, but strength just gives you more physical damage if you're a tank or an attacker type class. But it's good. It is good. I like what they've done with the stats. Really big improvement out there. Grinding will be your middle name for a long time, but again, it's a slow burn game. It's what I want. It's I don't have a lot of time to play, but if I can put in an hour every night just to get a few % on my experience, then it's fine. It's doing what I want it to do. It's a time sink, a time vampire for games. What have I missed? Right, we've done equipment, great. Statue wars. Ooh, they've broken statue wars. Oh, they've so broken it. It's a horrible thing. Every 4 or 5 hours there's an hour where the statue wars are on, which is basically capture the flag. So you've got 3 statues, and you beat down these statues to make it human or Akan, like that. So it's race versus race. But it should be fun, but it's punishment at the moment. Once you go in, you cannot leave, which I have no idea why they've done that. It's just, you're getting ganked. Yeah, you can't leave for an hour, which is bizarre. It's punishment. So that's not fun. And what happens is they drop the experience from leveling while the statue wars are on. So not only is it fairly regular through the day, so you lose hour, and so this hour basically just makes me want to go away, switch off, and wait till it's finished, possibly come back. But they've dropped the experience where the people who need to be leveling out there to get into statue wars are out doing nothing because they can't be bothered to level because they've dropped the experience. And you need a lot of experience, so it's just time wasted, which is a real shame. So they've broken it, and not to mention the bonuses of actually winning statue wars is so low at the moment, with 15% experience bonus, that you come out thinking, well, there's no point to this. You may get fame and medals, but again, you need to be the higher level, and then you need to be leveling if you're not a high enough level. So it's broken. The whole system's messed up. So they need to revisit that. But essentially, statue wars can be a lot of fun if you find a good team and people are teleporting around and capturing the flag. You can have sort of strike teams doing various things, or sort of distractionary teams and things. It can be excellent. Statue wars can be a lot of fun, but at the moment it's not, and they've sort of broken it. I'm going to keep this to another minute. What else is there? The Guild Wars, very confusing at first, but if you get into the game and you're a high enough level and you've got a very close-knit guild, then that also can be a lot of fun. What else have we got? The events, black market, yeah, some experience events. The experience, I've always thought they need to just keep it level. Stop with the bonuses, or the events. Maybe at Christmas or something like that. The level cap is 90 at the moment. They need to do something different with that, and don't just go down the same route and just go, hey, it's now 95, which is boring. They need to keep it at 90, and if you level further than that, then you get cooldown skill bonus, or you get extra skill points, which are very hard to get. You get one every level, but after that you've plateaued. Apart from that, there's a lot of fun to be had. The skills are brilliant. The equipment's brilliant. It's a lot of fun. give it a try. Return of the Warrior.